Hey, good Tuesday evening to everybody. How are you? It is good to see you, and it is good to be seen by you. Welcome back to the show. I, doing the seeing and being glad about it, am, of course, the one and only Bill Sylvie, aka the Dungeon Delver, and I hope you're having an absolutely fantastic Tuesday, at least as good as a Tuesday can be. So kick back, put your feet up, get ready. We're gonna have some fun. At least that's my plan anyway. So anyway, let's say you've just subscribed to the channel. Let's say you're one of the folks who came on board after the little newsy video I did about Wizards of the Coast, and you're like, hey, what's going on here? Well, let me tell you all about it. It is Tuesday night. It is the night we play first edition advanced Dungeons and Dragons. And you might be thinking, okay, well, so what? I can play D&D at home. Or are you trying to cash in on that whole thing where people live stream their games? Yes, but no. You see, we do it a little differently around here. But before I get into the specifics of that, before we go into that, if you haven't already, if maybe this caught your attention, you're watching over on Twitter, you're maybe you're watching on YouTube because YouTube said, hey, here's a live stream, and you're like, what is this? What is going on? Do me a favor, click the subscribe button and click the bell icon for notifications, if you would be so kind, because we have got some absolutely fantastic stuff here on this channel that I think, if you've made it this far, you're probably going to be pretty interested in. We have open talk about classic tabletop RPGs and some new classic RPGs. We talk about both kinds of Dungeons and Dragons, and advanced Dungeons and Dragons. We have guests. I will bring on creators, cool people I like, and I'll talk their ears off for you, and you can ask questions too, which brings us back to how we do our live stream RPGs. So let me tell you what. Maybe you've never played classic D&D. Maybe you played classic D&D many years ago. Maybe you want to play it. Maybe you want to play it again. Maybe you're just curious about it. If you're out there watching and you have a question, I want you to feel free to ask that in live chat. And I will do the best I can to answer your question, to fill in those areas of knowledge. Maybe you currently play, but you've never played this module that we're playing tonight. Maybe you currently play and you do things a little bit differently. You're like, hey, your interpretation of the rules is different from mine. Why? You feel free to just put your question in the chat and you ask. And I will do my level best to answer it. If I don't, someone in the chat may, because my live stream chat, they're pretty sharp. In fact, I will kill on this hill that they are the smartest live stream, YouTube live stream, old school TTRPG audience, and the best looking. The two kind of go hand in glove. I think it's a genetics thing. But anyway, so I want you to feel free to interact. This is not like some museum piece that you just kind of stand back and watch, you can't break any pieces off. You're not going to get your smudgy fingerprints all over it. If it's a question I can answer with a quickness, I will endeavor to do so. You guys will get the straight dope from the Dungeon Delver, the biggest dope in the room, in fact. So anyway, please interact with us like that, and I hope you will. I hope you will feel free to engage on that level with us. So if you're wondering what it is that we're doing tonight, again, we're playing first edition AD&D, and there's 103 of you folks out there who are apparently interested in this. Hey, if you're watching over on Twitter, on X, call it what you will, if you're watching on X right now, just put on a Doors album and mellow out. But say hi. I love to hear from folks over there. And I know if you're over on Twitter, you might not see the live chat. So if you want to engage with a live chat, then come over here on YouTube where there is a lot of live chat going on. Or you guys, if you're watching over on Twitter, start up some live chat of your own. I will see it all on my main feed through StreamYard. So that is a very, very, very simple thing that you can do. Now, in case you're like, oh, I can't stay tonight, I wanna, but I don't have time. You can watch this later. Okay. I don't take my live streams down. My lunacy is up for everyone to see. My gaffes, my mistakes, it's all out there. You can ask anybody who comes on the show that I can absolutely testify that it all stays up. So you can swing on by and feel free to watch that with us. But also, if you are watching in the future, do me a favor. First of all, give this a like, whether you're watching now or later, and leave me a comment down below and tell me what you like about it. And I will do more of that. And if you don't like it, leave a comment below and tell me what you didn't like about it. And I'll try and do less of that within reason. Okay. I'm not going to fire the host and the players and change the direction of the channel, but I will do my level best. So let me say hi to all you folks who've been sitting out in the audience, and give my big hellos. Michael Dale, really super. Thank you so much. I like to close out the show with one more thanks for the people who threw super chats. Michael threw an extremely generous super chat of 50 last night. That very helpful. You have no idea, brother. So thank you so much for that. Will we see a GW-esque near TPK tonight? Sources saying Claire. I don't know. It's how the dice go. It's the way the dice go. All right. And that's, that you bring up a good and interesting point. Look, I don't script these out. We don't do table reads. There are no plot arcs, seasons, anything like that. This is AD&D. Look, in 10 minutes, we could all be rolling up new characters for a completely different campaign. That's just how AD&D be sometimes. So be aware of that. Let's see, Vinny, I'm glad you're excited for tonight's game. We last left our party members squaring up against some gnolls last night, actually. Lord Misfit with a lovely ASCII sword there. That's quite nice. Great old ones. Good to see you. Damien X247, Orbital Air, GM Brando. Look how they massacred my boy. Sorry, it's my best, Brando. Rory, good evening to you. FMCS Recon, Doc Flamingo, TB Flowers, Kennec popping in, Jason Thomas. Who else do we have out there? Did I mention Lord Misfit already? I think I may have. Robert Phillips. No, you cannot. No Cheeto fingers on my books. No, this is not Back Me, Jason. This is first edition Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. Ms. Bella Games, welcome. Good to see you out there. And I think we have just about covered everybody. GM Brando hopping back over on the Twitter space to say hi. He's got those dual tabs going. You got to watch out for this guy. Let's see. The Van Scrump Knuckle thinks that was pretty good. Well, I'm glad you do, Scrump Knuckle. I don't know if that was directed at me, but I'm taking credit for it. And I think we are just about ready. My players are back in the green room. They're all pacing back and forth. I forgot to refill the dish with pistachios, so they kind of went through them pretty fast. But there's plenty to drink out there, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and put on my awesome headphones and let me welcome into the studio tonight. Everybody, let us please put our hands together and say hello to Doomsword Deathmaster as Paladin Durek Donagard.
What's up?
Sir? Now you are Durek is 5th level human paladin, correct?
That's correct.
All right, and now this guy is a cool guy here. This is Thane Kyle. He's here on YouTube under D and Disability. You can see it right in his username. Check his channel out. Subscribe to it. Great content over there. So he's running a 5th level cleric named Hulder.
Very close, very close. 6th level, but you got it.
6th level, okay.
Yep, I'm a half-elf cleric, Holdor.
Excellent. Of course, back again tonight, having wrenched himself free of the chains of gainful employ. Everybody, please welcome Kevin as Don Drexel, magic user 4 Thief 5.
Hello, hello.
And Mark is back with us with his new character for the campaign after the absolute crumping that that his halfling thief got in previous campaign. Everybody say hello to Winulf, the half orc 5th level fighter.
Hello. Let's see how long this one lasts.
All right, everybody. So welcome one and all. Now, I'm going to engage in a little bit of DM fiat. Now, if this were a home game, I might get a little bit more, I don't know, maybe flexible with how your characters are going to meet up. But there's an immediacy, of course, that comes with gaming here in the 2 hours we've got in front of everybody else. Winulf, you and Don Drexel have been making your way to this this locale, this fortress that is rumored to be the outpost of wicked men. Winulf, you as a half-orc fighter and a follower of Tritherion, the god of liberty, you have decided to put down these dreadful slavers once and for all, particularly something that's so near your storied kin's homeland near the Pomarge. So meeting up with Don Drexel, you have traipsed your way through the forest and following an actually a not inconsiderable path that appears to have been beaten by many feet and cart rucks. You find yourselves standing just before an opening in the woods with redoubtable men-at-arms and mounts nearby. They explain to you that their masters have assaulted yon distant fortress. As the attention of whoever guards the place has been turned inward at the intrusion, you now realize that this is the moment to strike. You dash across the open space between the edge of the forest and the tower, espying an improvised rope and a real rope. You scale up the outer curtain wall, gatehouse, and quite simply, you follow the breadcrumbs, making your way inside, going down a treacherous corridor, rounding the corner. you see a pair of adventurers who've just wrenched the door open, and they face death itself in the form of no fewer than 4 gnolls. They are getting ready to do some damage. So that is the scene. Let me see if my tripod cam is feeling like working tonight. I can zoom that in for you folks at home who would like me to. Let me just do this real quick. So let's get some declarations, and we'll start at the top. Doomsword, what is Durek Donegar doing?
Slaying.
Slaying. All right. So you're not you're not waiting even a moment. Okay, and next up we have let's see. Next up, what is Holder doing? D and disability. I know you're kind of hanging back.
There's nothing I need to do. I only have a few spells left, so I'm gonna hang out.
Okay.
There's
And
only
Don
4
Drexel.
gnolls, it's not my problem.
Don Drexel, steel drawn, glaring into the teeth of these awful hyena men. What is your plan?
Since I'm in the back, I'm not going to cast a spell right now. I will draw my short sword.
All righty. Standing, of course, with you is Mouth the Dwarf. I almost forgot. Graph Paper Architect couldn't make it tonight, but as he is still there in the mix, at least in spirit, if not in miniature, he shouts a dwarven war cry, Barak Kazad, Kazad Aimenu, and draws steel, getting ready to attack. Finally, that leaves us with Winulf, who likewise is in the back. What is Winulf doing, Mark?
Winelf is uttering some battle cry to Tritherion about liberty above all, and tries to get into the fray, perhaps from the second rank with his spear.
Okay, you can attack from the second rank with your spear. That is perfectly acceptable. And I should make. We'll just see if my initiative roll shows up here, and we'll start with Doomsword. Please roll initiative for us. Did it show up? It did. I got a 2. Party got a 5. Let's start with some stabbing. And Durek, I think that is your province, sir. I see a 9.
AC 6.
AC 6. His tough hide armor with scraps of metal to it just turns your blade. Mouth says, that's no way, and swings his weapon. That's how you do it. And drives his sword in, blood spurting, and the creature yelps in horror. All right, so that leaves a spear attack from rank 2 from Winulf.
Nope.
That will miss. Okay. Now it is the 2, because they are large, even though they're lanky, they are broad-shouldered. So there's 2 in the front rank. This one is swinging on the dwarf Mouth because he injured him. 17, that may actually get Mouth. I do not have Melf's character sheet, but I don't think he had better than armor class 0.
I want to say that he had a 1.
I think you're right. I'm
mistaken.
almost certain you're right. Yeah. All right. So here we go. These are thus, and that is 17. A telling blow on the good dwarf. And what it tells him is he should probably get that looked at. But it is a mere 2 points of damage. Actually, 17 would become a 16 because he is standing close to you, but that still manages to hit. The protection from evil that your paladin radiates in a 10-foot radius. So, the next swings his weapon at the paladin. 18 will hit for 3 points of damage. All right. So they're baying and howling in triumph. Let's get party declarations. Durek, are you attacking again in this round?
I allowed you to have one blow, Kerr. That will be your last.
Okay. Holder, you holding the second rank?
Oh, I'm going to file back to the third rank to let the new guy filter in.
Excellent. Excellent. Okay. How about Don Drexel?
Unless I'm the new guy. Am I the new guy? Or is
You're
that,
one of the new
it's
guys.
Winolf.
Yep.
The fighter needs to
Yep.
get in there. So
Okay.
yeah, I'm gonna hold for now.
Okay. All right. Winolf, you can move directly into the front line and strike with sword if you'd like.
I shall do so. I'll drop my spear and pull out the sword.
Alrighty, easy enough to do. Someone asked in the chat what module this is. This is A2, Secret of the Slaver Stockade, written by Tom Moldvay. Tom, basic D&D that we all know and love and grew up with. Moldvay. So let's go ahead then and roll initiative and D and disability, if you would please. Thane Kyle, roll that initiative for us. I'm getting a 4. You guys are getting a 5. So party goes first. We'll just go down the line again. Durek. Swing, Durek, a swing. That is a direct hit. A slicing rebuke. 3.
Same as last week.
Okay. 3, 4. That brings your total damage. You did how much previously? Or no, you missed. You missed. Okay. So that is 4 points of damage. Did not like that. Mouth. I tell you what, go ahead and roll for Mouth if you would, please, Thane. Since GPA is not here.
Pardon, was that one directed at me?
Yes. Sorry.
Oh, okay. No, you're good. You're good. I zoned out for a minute there, not gonna lie. Ew.
9.
Looks like a 19, but it's actually a 9.
It is a 9. I don't think you guys are under the effect of bless anymore, or prayer rather.
Not anymore, no.
So no, so that will miss. And let's see. Mark Winolf.
Okay, this is +1. 17
That
should
is
hit.
a hit. 17. That is a solid hit.
And they are large?
They are large, correct.
That does
D12.
Nope. It's a broadsword, so it's 2 to 7. So this is +3 with all my pluses. 7 points of damage.
7 points of damage. Okay. He did not like that. He's still up. Someone asked, are there critical hits in AD&D? If so, how do they work? There are not official critical hit rules in first edition AD&D. There was an optional one set given in Dragon Magazine called Good Hits, Bad Misses. I find the fluidity of AD&D is not served by a critical system. I think there are systems that are a little bit more mellower paced. Rollmaster, Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay, that use criticals, and they fit quite nicely in there. AD&D, not so much. So a 20 is important, but we could be here 30 minutes me explaining why a 20 is important and not just a high number in certain circumstances. So I think that finishes. And my boys, this one is once again aimed at Durek. That is a miss. And this one is again aimed at Malf. That one is a miss. A pair of 3s. And pardon me for just a second. I'm going to set a few more miniatures out there just to give a little bit better representation. This won't take a second because I actually do have them right here to hand. I just didn't get them out there. So pardon me just a moment, everyone.
Well, my character's not dead yet, so that's good.
That's definitely a start.
Give me some time.
Would you get on that? Would you get on that D3 I told you to roll before the game?
Oh, I never rolled the D3. Hold on a second. That's to determine how long I'll survive. There you go. A 3.
All right, so you got one more session after this one, probably,
or 2 more
That's
rounds,
my bet.
or 1 more round.
Yeah, I know. What's the unit? Is this rounds or sessions?
I think
Segments.
I think in
Segments.
terms of session.
Okay, it's segment 3. Before anyone else goes, Mark, you die.
It's probably
Yep.
psionic combat.
I still, by the way, guys, have not found that dark elf art, and it's killing me. Like, I can see it perfectly in my mind's eye, and it's killing me.
And thank you all for your patience, everyone. So, again, I think you guys are going to activate the Killamajig. So, why don't we go ahead and roll initiative? And I think we're to Kevin. I think it's your turn for initiative. Yeah.
To everyone's dismay. All right,
Come on.
here we go. Yeah, 1. Exactly how I normally work.
You brought the 6 out for me there. I think it's probably under my user image on the screen there, guys. But I can assure you, it was a 6. So
I doubt it. I disbelieve.
You disbelieve. Okay. Well, here you go. There's a 20 that Durek can believe for 2 points of damage.
That's what you get.
All right, and this is directed once again at the dwarf. Looks like I made up for that pair of 3s. All right, so I wax hot and cold. I'm hitting you guys with violent ferocity, and yet, let's see. I wonder how good the other cam is, just to kind of give you guys a bit of a view, sort of a view from the perspective of behind and above there. I know that's a little zoomed out, but all right, we'll go back to the tripod. There we go. All right, gentlemen, if you would please counterattack. Durek. There you go. Whatever my dice had, you caught some of it.
I have not had a big roll on the D12 last session or this session.
Dying Breed, they are fighting gnolls currently. There you go. There's your big roll. You undo him. He falls to the floor dead.
You have unseen. Oh, there's another 9. You have unseamed him, as Shakespeare would say.
Yes. He is worm's food, which I think is another Shakespeare thing. But anyway, so yes, that was a miss from Malf. And if we could please, Wolfgar.
16 will hit.
16, 17. That is, the 16 total. Okay. Yes, that will hit.
And damage is 5 points.
5 points. You had hit him before, so he drops. There are 2 remaining. And let's see. Okay. All right, so top of the round. Durek, I'm guessing everybody is attacking, correct? Mm-hmm. All right, Mark, roll initiative for us, please.
Okay.
Okay,
my dice rolled off.
They seize on this opportunity to throw down their weapons and snivel and beg for mercy. They surrender outright, seeing that you are powerful slayers.
Okay, guys, now before you go and kill any of them this time, I really advise that we should probably ask them how many of them are actually here. You can, do what you want afterwards. I'll plug my ears and turn away, but how many of them are here?
I actually speak
they're-
gnoll, so
They're actually unlikely to speak to us, knowing that we're going to kill them afterward. But
maybe they don't know common.
perhaps we'll have at it. Mouth, just wait until they're done talking.
I cannot promise much. He's like rubbing the bruises and cuts that he got from the gnoll's scimitar.
At
Yeah,
least
so
I spoke up
I'll
fast enough this
speak to
time.
them in gnoll and ask them, where did you come from, and how many are thee?
They came from the great mountainy forests to the south, and there are 4 tens in their cohort here.
I'll turn around and said said there's 40 of them here.
Okay, and what about the other goblinoids, since they are not alone?
I'll ask them. And do you have any others that you command over, or that command over you?
Let me see. They look at each other and nod and look at you and say, big bosses are in caves underneath. Scrawny, worthless. And they use the gnoll pejorative for hobgoblins. They are also underneath. Gnolls are strong and watch out for intruders. But you not intruders, you strong, you okay to be here.
Ask them where the slaves are, so we can free them.
Yeah. Did you see any slaves being held in this fortress here?
None up here. Slaves down there with bosses.
So,
I didn't get those bosses.
yeah, guys, do we think that we could get them to take us to their bosses?
I will not be led around by a dog.
I mean, you can walk in front, they just have to point. At least one of them. They could say, turn
You
left
think this-
here, turn right there, you know, just that
Indeed,
kind of
but
thing.
these creatures are demon spawn.
Begging
I
your
say we
pardon,
tell
good
them.
human paladin, but we are hyena related, and they are not of the Canis subgenre. No, it does not say that. He does not say that.
Actually, they're cat related.
Yeah, I believe we should tell them that they better be on good terms with Inogu, because their body belongs to Mouth.
I'm sorry, what was that you said?
Yeah, well, I don't speak Gnoll.
Right,
I'll
but
relay,
in,
I'll relay
in
it if that's
character,
what he said.
in character, you said that.
Yes.
Okay, just checking.
He appears.
Well, I
No,
tried.
he does not. He does not appear. You do feel a minor disquiet on your soul as soon as that name escapes your lips, but no, you know who does not show up. All right. So what is your plan? They raised their clawed hands and are one says, we have answered your questions. Let us go in peace. We will trouble you no further.
Indeed
That's
you will
unlikely.
not. They have done this. Mouth.
Let's see.
Mouth.
Fine. Fair is as
Well,
fair does. I
Are
don't like.
we're letting them go?
No,
I don't
I
like.
thought we had an agreement, Mouth.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I
Me, the
kinda-
DM, misunderstood that.
I kind of, you know,
Yeah.
I kind of just
All right.
do what I do,
Well,
and
I mean,
you do what
I
you
mean,
do.
to be fair, last time he flipped a coin.
Yeah, and I
It
just
wasn't
I just rolled.
entirely just murder. Last time he did flip a coin.
Okay, he'll
Well,
flip a
it's not
coin.
murder for evil. I just cut one down.
Okay. All right. The one looks, he is horrified, but realizes that he won't escape. He soils himself, yips pitifully, and mouth finishes him. Slash. So 4 dead gnolls in the hallway. Blood pooling on the floor. What do you do?
Well,
Well done.
Do you lot know where these bosses are?
Well,
I
there's
tried
some
to find
familiarity with this
out.
place.
He said something about downstairs. Let's go find some freaking stairs.
Now he
Indeed,
did.
we are on the way. Good fighter.
Yeah, I was just going to point out, thing, Kyle. He did say the bosses were downstairs. With
Oh no
with the others.
I mean literally like find out as and use him as a guide dog.
I see it. Like behind this door.
We
Behind
could
that
have
door.
been escorted. We could have been we could have been like like led there.
Okay.
But yeah.
All right.
no.
All right. So, where to next, bold adventurers?
Right. So what to the end of the hall and to the right, and
Okay.
if I'm not mistaken, like once we go right there, there's like an archway there that leads into like a 5-foot wide hall or something like that. And goes a little
So
deeper.
yeah, this is kind of a strangely assembled area. It's had some modifications done to it to make it sort of an ambush point. There is, according to Grimsby's map, on your right, there is a secret door that opens into a 5-foot wide hallway that goes south. Basically, it's got a little northern niche to it, but it doesn't head anywhere. And you can go south that way, and then you've got that strange curtained and carpeted hallway and the pit trap that's nearby. All marked on Grimsby's map. But
the pit trap is marked on Grimsby back as because that's where he died.
Yeah, exactly. It's like
Right.
drawings of a floor, and then it just kind of leaves off there. It's not in Grimsby's
Did
hand.
he actually carve ARG?
Yes, he actually wrote
And then I
that is
believe
where the
it's,
freshest of the blood on the map is.
I believe that it's in the south, and then we get into sort of that complex that was involved with the upper level leaders, where we fought that one guy,
Mhm.
and then in the room across the hallway, and then through there we had spiked a couple of doors, and through there was a staircase, and that's where we left off to bring back the slaves, as I recall.
Yeah, if we can get back to that, Wind Elf doesn't know this, but if we get back to that kitchen area, I think it was, with the big boss, the blind one, one with the ring of
Right.
fire resistance, and the werebores. I think there was staircases going down from there.
Yeah, that was the bottom right door or something like that.
Okay, so are you going into the secret niche on your right, or are you just going to continue all the way south and enter that area that way?
Yeah, as I recall, again, those two ended up joining up.
Yes.
So the secret door would put us in closer to where we want to be than going around, I think.
Sure. Now, even though it is marked that there's a secret door there, you do need to, at the very least, find the catch again. So, who wants to search first?
It's a
On
secret
Drexel?
door. I can do it 2 and 6.
Okay. If you wanna, here, I'll.
No.
Who wants to check next?
What are you all tapping that wall for? Why don't we just go down the hall?
Mouth gropes around and says, No, I can't find it. The secret door. Are you sure? He was a halfling. Maybe he was just besotted on food and drink.
Winnow will try.
Nicholas.
Why not?
All right. D6.
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 Doo-doo. What are you all
All right.
tapping the wall for? Boom.
All right, Winolf, you find the catch and the door swings open. I will I will reveal a little bit of terrain and show that to you guys. Hang on just a second.
I wonder if I can actually find Grimsby's map in my folder here. Where did I put it?
I imagine you will.
Well, it depends on if I filed them off with the dead characters.
Right.
Probably.
No, he's back here. Let's see. Which one's up?
I'm going to be looking for that artwork for days. Like I can see
I
it,
hate
like
that.
clearly in my head. It's like, big white, like drow hair, but it's like 80s metal. So it looks like they stuck their finger in a light socket. It's like something out of.
Is it in color?
Yeah, that's the weird thing. It's all in color, bright red.
That's the cover of.
I looked under John D and
Queen
didn't
of
see
the
it.
Demon Web Pip isn't one of the modules got a
It is. It's Q. It's the Queen of the Demon Web Pips super module, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Let's
and
It's
it's Keith
DQ8 or
Parkinson,
I can't
and it's
remember.
Queen of Spiders, and you'll also find he did one on FR1, Waterdeep in the North, of the same type. That's how Parkinson painted those. So Queen of Spiders and
Yeah.
Waterdeep in the North.
I think you're probably looking for Queen of Spiders.
It looks like Tina
I'll have a
Turner.
look.
Yeah, it does look a bit like
Right.
Tina Turner. You're right. And it might be. I'm googling. It looks like it might be a person called Keith Parkinson, an artist.
Yeah, that's
It is
very
Parkinson.
close to the one. The Queen of Spiders one is very close to the one I'm thinking of. It's similar to that, but it's bright. The outfit's like bright fire engine red.
Thank you everyone for your patience. So let's see here.
Yeah.
All right,
That's a
so
good lead.
this hallway that you guys are in, even though it shows as 2 inches wide, it's basically split down the middle by a thin wall. And then it goes that way and then opens out into a larger area. So basically, the hallway is only 5 feet wide where you're at. It's not the full 10 feet wide. I just don't have Dwarven Forge that's that weirdly shaped. So, yeah. And I'm guessing you guys are making your way south now, correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
All right.
Winnow will join Durek up in front. Hey, Mr. Fancy Pants, I'm coming with you.
It's fine with me, as long as
Okay.
you handle yourself in battle well.
Oh,
All
I
right.
do.
So your marching order is Winulf, Durek, and I know Holder is going to be towards the back ranks.
Yes, I am thoroughly useless in combat and happily so.
The dwarf pats you on the shoulder and says, that's all right, lad. I'll be back here. Just shield your eyes from the flying blood and guts and teeth and viscera. And then
I will promptly throw up in his helmet and then hand it back to him.
It's almost ruined. Schlot. Plop. Okay. And finally, Don Drexel, where are you in the marching order? Oh, Kevin.
Yeah, it might be good if I was unmuted. I normally would be in the front or the back. Which ways you want me to be, you guys? You want me to look for traps, or we have the map? Maybe I'll stay in the back, watch for bad guys until we're out of the map's view.
Or
Sure.
perhaps you should stay right in the middle.
I could do that as well.
You are a caster of magic, no?
I am, but the spells I have prepared aren't helpful from the rear guard or in the middle. So
Then get up front.
yeah,
Indeed.
I'm going to look at you like you're purple. Are you suicidal?
no, but I do want to be useful.
Get up
Are
front.
we sure he's not suicidal?
We're very. I believe all of us are suicidal for the right cause, but it's not really suicide if you take 3 or more with you.
If I could get a super chat, please. Good. YouTube's just gonna. Oh no, you're not making a dime on this.
That's probably true. Yeah, I'll get in the middle for now, and if something happens, I'll move forward. I guess I could cast web from the middle.
All right.
We'll see
Yes,
what you're
web.
made of, Wendell.
I think web has what a 30-inch range. Casting range. I don't have the player's handbook in front of me.
Fortunately, I do. It is 1/2 inch a level.
So 5 feet
So
a level,
it'd be 2 inches, 20 foot.
20 feet. Yeah. So in the middle of the party, you could get it probably just out in front. Kabuki Kid asked a question, and we are nothing if not question answers. Am I the only one, that is she the only one who thought the flail snail was the same? No, you're not. Everything that wasn't out of TSR. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome, Bill.
I appreciate that. Everything in the Fiend Folio that wasn't out of the TSR offices themselves was completely bonkers, and that includes the flail snail. So, moving right along, you guys begin your march to the south. You round the corner. Let's see. What is Don Drexel? Well, Don Drexel's kind of in the middle of the party. What is Derek Donegard and Winolf's dexterities, please?
I've got a 15, no reaction bonus.
All right. And Derek?
10.
Okay. And Don Drexel, what is your dexterity?
Let's see. I have to change pages because I have my spells up. Come on, scroll up. That's what you do. It is 16.
16. Okay. And just for the sake of completeness, I know that there is not an extraordinary dex for Mouth. What about Holder? What is Holder's dex?
No, it's not extraordinary.
It's not extraordinary. Okay. All right. Okay.
14.
So.
I didn't use
Oh
all my
my.
Uberstat characters because I figured this one would be dead.
Okay, you round the corner, and there is a group of 6 gnolls in the large room. And let me put those minis out there and get a slightly better camera view for you guys to see where I'm talking about. You are totally surprised. You were all talking loudly in the hallway about who should be walking where, and then you okay, all right, and you got around and you came in and you went in the room. So there's these gnolls. They were not surprised, and they are immediately hostile. They draw their weapons and cross over to start striking blows. So hang on just a moment.
How many did you say there were?
You said
I
6.
didn't catch it.
6.
6. Okay, that's almost. Is that worth a bless? I only have 1.
If we're going
Probably.
downstairs, it's probably going to be much more dangerous down there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
but
what I'm thinking. And bless is only those not already in combat. So
Yeah, you have to do it before combat.
True. But he's going to take numerous segments as full rounds on us. Hopefully,
Yeah.
most of that is
Yeah.
spent with closing.
if
Here's where that D3 segments for my character to survive is going to come true.
Right.
yeah,
I'll be right back.
if I have to, I do actually have spiritual hammer by the by, but I don't ever intend on using it on living beings.
Fair.
Not if they can be reasoned with. Think of my
You like
character
Saint-
like a
you like
flaming
St. Cuthbert
version
and
of Franklin
reason with them by hitting them over the head.
Yeah, no, think of me like Benjamin Franklin Pierce.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, you give me a gun and I'm going to start firing it into the air and start screaming.
Yeah. The amount of surprise we're under is unfortunate.
Yeah.
Yeah, and spiritual hammer. I mean, these guys, their god is a literal demon. So
Oh no, for me it's not a question of whether or not it's good or evil. It's a question of like taking life in general is wrong.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, well, I argue about whether or not they're actually life.
Well, they have a brain, believe it or not. Not a very big
They
one.
do.
Yeah, it's about the size of an orange.
True.
Let's see. It was the Queen of the Demon Wed pits, and which one?
Queen of Spiders is the module that had the
Oh yeah,
image
Queen.
that published
Yeah,
every
Queen of
one.
Spiders, and what was the other one?
Waterdeep in the north, but it's not dressed in red.
Yeah. I found a couple other pictures I'll share with you probably after the session that aren't drow, but have the bright red that you were talking about. So maybe like you've got
Okay.
multiple images stuck in your head, mixed together.
It very, very well could do. Very
Yeah.
well could
Sure.
do, because that looks right.
Because
My
the
encyclopedia
bright red
is
outfit.
of.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
well,
bright
my
red
encyclopedic memory is of like 13th century sagas. It's not of D&D art, sadly.
Jeff T had an illustration of a female wizard in a bright red skin tight outfit from Bone Hill. So when you said bright red, I'm like, I remember that one.
That might,
Yeah.
that might be it.
And
Yeah,
from White Plume Mountain, there's a picture of a guy with not Michael Moorcock material. What was it called? Dawn Razor? No, forgot the name of the sword. But he also has a bright red outfit on.
Black
So-
Razor. Yeah.
Black Razor, yeah.
Okay, so the gnolls basically spend their first couple of surprise segments getting up and rushing towards you guys. Sorry for the jumble that is the miniatures, but these are the gnolls that I have, not true 25 millimeters. What can I tell you guys? So they move over And so this is basically going to be 2 attacks each. We're going to start with you there, Derek.
Bring it.
And again, thank you so much for that super. I really appreciate that thing. All right. 12 and a 2. That is going to miss. The next couple of attacks go on Mouth. The 15 becomes a 14 because of proximity to you. I don't know that will hit. Let me have a quick glance at the charts. And for those of you wondering, because there are some of you out there who still bring this up, I have a chart. I don't need Thaco. So no, that 14 will not hit. And finally, the last couple of blows fall on our good friend Winulf, or hopefully not. What is Winulf's armor class, please?
2.
Neither one of those hit. That bacon hair, I think your cat is on your keyboard there. That definitely looks like a cat. That, or you're speaking in Welsh. So they spend their attack segment getting up, moving to you guys, swinging their scimitars. They all miss. So now let's get declarations going. Durek, you're putting steel to Gnoll.
Indeed.
Holder, what about you?
I am going to. I can't necessarily say cheer on my fellow party members, but yeah.
Okay. You will hope that your party members do not die loudly.
That's pretty much it, yeah.
Okay. Okay, Don Drexel.
If I could cast web, I will, if it doesn't affect my party.
Okay. So the area that you can web from where you are, hopefully my pointer will reach over there, is going to be kind of towards the this area here. I'm not giving very good indication of where your web's going. Sorry.
So basically, that opening the 3 gnolls are in.
Yes, kind of in this zone.
Okay. Yeah,
that is as far as you can get it.
That's fine with me, unless do I think that's going to encompass my own party or not?
Not if you don't shape it that way.
Okay. Yeah, it's a 2-segment spell, so.
Okay. And next up is, of course, Winulf. I'm guessing you're inserting sword into monster.
Yeah, I will explain to them the importance of personal liberty by stabbing them.
Exactly. You're free to bleed. All right. The spawn of Doom sword. Doom spawn. Children of Doom. Doom's children. Roll initiative for us, if you would, please, Dooms. Getting a 3, a perfectly cromulent roll. But I can do better. So here's 2 going to Durek. Neither one of them hit. Here's 2 going to Mouth. One of them hit. Mouth.
I'm gonna have to heal Mouth soon.
3 points of damage.
We've taken what, 6 this session?
Yes.
Yeah.
And the last 2 to Winulf.
Ooh,
16 becomes a 15. Your armor class is 2, you said,
Yes.
or 1?
2.
Your armor class is 2. 16 becomes a 15. That connects, and Winulf have 3 points of damage.
Okay, I've got a few left.
All righty. So, gentlemen, commit to counterattacking. Wow, 238 folks have stopped by tonight. Thank you so much. Again, 11, 12.
It's AC4.
AC4, that will hit. If you haven't already, please click the subscribe button and give us a thumbs up.
Damage. 3.
2, 3. Okay. Next up is going to be the indisability. If you would roll for the good dwarf.
Sure. And don't feel bad, Bill. I've made my choice with this character. I don't mind doing nothing. Yeah, that's gonna miss.
Well, I guess you're You're doing heavy lifting for me. I don't feel bad at all. And finally, Mark Winolf.
That
He
will not
is
hit.
going to miss. Okay, I got 3 saving throws to make because Don Drexel is throwing this. You hear the chanting, and then you see his hand extended, middle fingers pressed to his palm, thumb, pinky, and index finger pointing outward as he casts web. And I really can't tell what that middle one is, but it is showing either a 2 or a 3. So none of those are going to save versus spell. Those 3 are stuck fast. Their fellows are not and are able to keep on fighting. Next round, gentlemen, I'm guessing you're swinging swords and stabbing and slashing.
Or go ahead.
I'm just saying that's what I'm doing.
I right, not just I.
All right.
Gotcha.
KYE.
I have a question. I'm
Yes.
sorry. So the guys in the front rank are not webbed?
The guys in the front rank are not webbed. No.
Okay, great. Yeah, I'll attack.
If he had webbed the ones in the front, he would have webbed you guys too. All right. So let's see.
I'm gonna cast healing on
Mouth.
on the dwarf, just kind of preemptively. You know, I'm assuming we're going to lose initiative and he's going to take more damage, basically.
Okay. CLW on Malf. Gotcha. I think we are actually D&D Disability. It is your turn to roll initiative, please.
I'm curing an axe murderer. God, I was right about us
Okay.
being last.
Roll us off next time.
Alrighty, so here we go. Here are 2 attacks. I'm sorry, 1 attack. 1 attack on Jake. Not 2d20, please. That is a miss. Here is an attack on Mouth. That is a miss. Here is an attack on Winolf. That is a miss. Winamp is not injured. All right, so
But the source goes out there.
yeah, little Windows 95, 98 joke for you guys. All right, so they have all missed. Let's get some counterattacks. Starting at the top of the rotation, Dirk Donagard, do your deeds done dirt cheap. That's not going to get it.
That's a miss.
That, however, is
What weapon does he have?
I'm just assuming a longsword, so that's going to be a
Okay.
D12.
That's valid. I didn't know if he had an axe or what. So
6, 7.
6 plus. Yep.
So yeah, that gnoll did not enjoy that at all. And finally, Winolf attacks. 18. That is a perfectly cromulent hit.
And this plus a total of 3. Wait. Nope. Sorry. Plus 2. No, plus 3.
Right.
I am waffling because I can't do math right now. All for 4 points of damage.
4 points of damage. Okay, that's fine. Damien X247, the Mouth of the South. Actually, no, Disney put that in the vault. They'll never re-release it. Okay, 6 points are back to our good dwarf. So
He's back to something resembling full.
He's back to something resembling his normal hits. All right, gentlemen, I guess you're continuing to hack and slay, yes?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, let's roll initiative, and we are to Kevin. Roll initiative for us, please.
So I initiated ones all around last round. So
Yes.
let's not do that this time. 5. There we
Hey,
go.
there you go. Oh, by the way, before I roll, is Don Drexel casting any spells?
No, he doesn't have a spell that's useful this time.
All right, and I got a 4 for initiative, so let's start at the top of the rotation. Then Durek Donagard, Doomsword Deathmaster, do your damage. You don't hit. Okay, mouth. Roll for mouth.
Yep, I'm going. Let's see.
12, 13. That will hit. That will hit.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. Well,
I mean, you know,
does
hey,
it
that's
finish
easy.
him?
He took how much in the previous round?
He took 7 in the previous round.
7 in the previous round, so that is
9.
9. Yes, there are 2 left, so that is that one drops. And finally, Winulf, show him how it's done.
That is not how it's done. Twice.
That's not how. I don't think you even got
Both
that
times.
with both dice.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so let's see. This one is once again going at Durek, and 16 become 6 becomes 5. That is a miss. And this one, he is swinging once again at mouth. 16 becomes 15, which unfortunately hits. And he takes one of your Cure Light wound points away. So that is
Oh well.
All right, so that is a solid hit. And that ends the round. Their fellows are thrashing around, yipping and howling, and well, Don Drexel, you speak gnoll, and they're well, we'll cut you out in a minute. Trains are free. Help!
You'll be dead by then.
Not to be that guy, DM, but did you roll for suffocation for the gnolls?
That is check every turn.
Yep.
And we are only in round 2. So in 8 more rounds, if the battle lasts that long, they have a 5% chance, and it is cumulative that they will suffocate. So after 20 rounds or 20 turns, if the web spell has not dissolved in 20 turns, they are automatically suffocated. They've sucked it into their nose and in their mouth and can't breathe no more. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna warn you, Kabuki Kid. All right. No spells from Don Drexel. Any more healing coming from Hulder?
No.
Okay.
No.
Then roll initiative if you would, please. I think are we to Mark already?
Yes.
Yes, roll initiative, Mark.
How about them apples?
Them some stabby apples. You guys go first.
All right, big money.
9
AC6.
AC6. That's just gonna miss. All right. How about for mouth, please?
Yep. Let's try. Let's see. I don't think an 11 hits, does it?
11. Let me
I don't have
here.
the fighter charts anymore.
Oh, that's okay. I have it right here. So 11 just hits.
Okay. And well, there would be a bonus from protection from evil and stuff too.
No,
all right,
no.
so 4, 5.
5.
Oh, it doesn't penalize them?
No, it does not penalize our armor class, and it does not give bonuses to hit. It only keeps him slightly better at bay. 5, he's injured, but he's still up. And Winulf, do that thing.
That's an 11 total.
That's an 11 total.
If Malf hit, I think I would hit 2.
Let's see. Yes, you do.
And I do a total of 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage. Okay, so you slay that one. There is one left up. He's screaming for his friends to help. He thinks maybe they can get free of that gooey spell. So his morale is still somewhat. Yeah. He's still got his fellows in. He's still doing damage to you guys. So we're back around. I'm guessing it's all the same. Durek, Doomsword, roll initiative, please. 2. A 3.
Hey, Bill. Don't want to interrupt, but I have a family emergency. I have to go. So
I understand completely. You will be
Good luck.
detecting traps and not casting spells, correct?
yeah, and I do have the sheets I dumped into the channel. So if you guys need them, the data's in there.
Thank you.
Okay. I hope whatever it is, it comes out good.
Well, fortunately, it's just somebody broke down on the side of the road, but it's freezing here, so I got to get.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, go. No, go.
Okay.
Yeah. Unfortunately, somebody breaks down on the side of the road for us down here in Florida, and it's like, oh no, mosquitoes I'll have to deal with, But anyway, best of luck, my friend.
Thanks, guys. Sorry about this.
Thank you.
It happens.
Have fun.
And that's one thing. If I can just pause for a second, guys. When I say we play real D&D around here, real life stuff comes up. Okay. People have internet issues. They have family stuff come up, work, illness, whatever. It's just tabletop gaming. All right. We're not a stable of professional paid actors, voice actors, what have you, making millions of, I don't think we even make like millions of Zimbabwe dollars on this channel. Okay. So, we do as best we can. So moving right along, everyone, he won an, wait. Yes. He, initiated and becomes 15. Or no, wait, we didn't roll initiative because it's not up there yet. Okay, so now we are back around, I think, to Doomsword for initiative. Please roll initiative. I got a 2. You guys got a 3. We flip-flopped there. Okay. Do unto him before he does unto y'all.
God.
That will miss. Roll for mouth, please. The invisibility.
Yep. That one won't.
That is a 6.
As I said, that one won't.
Oh, that one won't. I thought you meant that one won't miss. Okay, and Winolf.
An 8.
You guys are getting incrementally better.
But
He's
not good.
dodging.
It's
Oh,
gonna be
I
that
did not.
Glunton orc situation all over again.
Yep.
I did not mean that to be hidden. I should have clicked reveal because I actually did see that. That was a 1. I rolled a 1. So let's see. I'm guessing we're working through this, guys. It's a live fire drill. So roll initiative if you would, please. Do you disability?
Yep. Let's see.
I got a 4. You guys got a 6.
Some
Dooms.
people in hell do get ice water.
That's I think it's better than last time. All right, roll for mouth, please.
Yep. That was worse.
That's worse. And finally, Winolf.
That will hit.
12, 13 will hit. Yes.
And I do 7 points of damage.
7 points of damage. He had taken some damage before. That is the end of him. There are only 3 gnolls. They are stuck in the webs. They are yipping and creating a great cacophony of gnollish voices, and presumably in their language, you hear Don Drexel yell, "Shut up! You're not getting out of this alive!"
Ask them if they prefer cleansing by the sword or by fire.
Have you ever smelled burning hair?
Yeah, he says, they prefer if we stab them, but I'll warn you about the webs. Well, I think Winolf could probably hold off and stab him with his spear.
Very well.
That I shall do.
All right. A few quick jabs with your spear, and they all perish.
I'm going to conveniently trip while holding the torch.
Okay. I'm guessing to launch it into the webs.
Yep.
Okay. The webs sizzle and burn. Their fur burns a little bit, and then they are no more. Let's see. And as soon as you've done that, Don Drexel kind of leans forward like this a bit and goes, "More coming. Sounds like 4 of them. They'll be here in just a moment."
You should set up an
Prepare
ambush.
yourselves.
Yeah.
Okay.
Once again, do y'all want that bless now? Or you want me to hold on to it?
Do whatever you want.
They're
We're all
probably
free
all
here.
coming now. We will find a place to rest if necessary.
All right, I'll cast bless then.
Okay. Bless is how many segments?
Oh, I'd have to look.
I think it is
6.
1 round.
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right. So you're going to be casting bless. Actually, you get it cast just as you hear their footfalls approaching. It does take them a minute or two to get to where you guys are, and they see the carnage. And sure enough, there are 4 gnolls. Actually, they'd heard it. They knew something was amiss. But still, I'm going to say that, yeah, they are surprised. You guys have a couple of segments of surprise on them. And also, they just kind of stop. So you guys have how much surprise do you have on them? You only have a segment of surprise. So let me show you guys where they are on the map. Hang on.
Duration 6 melee rounds. +1 to hit.
And saves and morale.
Yep. Though we don't really check morale, but
No.
our men at arms do.
Yeah. And +1 is weird because the morale system's a D100. So
Right.
it's a
Shrug.
holdover from it used to be a 2D6 system.
I've always checked morale with 2d6 personally.
Yeah.
But that's just me.
I just interpret the bless a +1 is it's like basically a +11%. So I just say +10%.
Right.
Makes it easy.
It's one of the things a lot of newer RPGs are missing as a morale system. People always think that
encounter checks. I saw some people talking about newer editions, and they're discovering that there is a thing called an encounter check, which I believe is in the newer edition DMGs, but people don't read that much. I'm just like, yeah.
Well, or
encounter checks, morale. It's like
one of the things I was telling my students about were turn checks, right? Where you check to see if torches go out, check for random encounters, right? Those, and I walked him through that process because he just started playing 5e, and like it blew his mind. I'm like, yeah, now you can see how dungeon crawling can be fun.
Yeah. I like, as a DM, I like encounter checks because they surprise me. And then I have to figure out what to do. Like group of bandits that were friendly suddenly to the adventurers, and I decided that they thought the adventurers were someone else.
I've had trolls roll up as friendly before.
Yeah.
And the way I've adjudicated that is like another adventuring team had come by and all died, and so the trolls were full.
Oh, I thought you
They
were going to say,
like, "Oh yeah,
the trolls
sure,
are friendly
here,
because
take their
like,
gear."
hey, more food, come on in.
Yeah. Like pretending to be friendly because they can appear friendly outwardly.
Well, in that instance, it was literally like, "We're good. We got what we wanted. You can take their stuff. We'll be over here." Now, if you guys hang now, if the party's dumb enough to hang out there for 20 minutes to an hour, that's different.
And
But-
when you eat adventurers, you get hungry half an hour later.
Yeah, it's like Chinese food.
Okay. So, there, of course, is the party arrayed in the room as they come around the corner here and are completely surprised. So, not completely surprised, but they're surprised for a segment. You may spend this round closing in to be ready to strike blows if that's what you wish to do.
Charge, capital C.
Charge, capital C. Okay. How about Durek?
Yeah, so that's a perfectly fine action. I can charge him.
Yes, you can basically spend your surprise round charging. You will strike at +2.
Okay, yeah, that's what I would like to do.
All right. Let me tilt the camera.
And we have the
up a-
bless as well, so we'll have +3 for the first round.
Right.
So
First.
even with our bad rolls, it shouldn't be as bad.
Don't jinx it.
I look. I have no control over the dice, but yeah, you guys have been a little bit snake bit tonight on the dice rolls. So, and it's like my daddy used to say: some days you get the bar, and some day the bar gets you. All right, so execute your charges. You are striking at +3.
Are we having Melf charging as well? It would make sense.
Yeah, Melf's not hanging back on this one.
You go
Oh no, I'm gonna stand over here next to the wee cleric and the mincing little magic user. Of course I'm charging. All right.
I knew it was coming.
Well,
That result specifically.
okay.
About right.
1 in 20 chance. All right, that's a miss. Obviously. That is a hit.
Yeah, plus math. Yep. That's more like it.
And
Quoth the meme. Oof.
I got an 11 total. So
That will hit.
okay, and this is at a +3. 9 points of damage.
You slay one of them outright. You literally just hack into just he goes down as you smash him with your weapon.
And so
all right.
the meek will inherit the earth.
So
Yes.
Charge that is instantaneous. Now action declarations. I'm guessing all the meleeers are going to melee. You're under the effects of bless. Don Drexel is just kind of standing back. He's kind of, how'd he miss? I don't understand. So gents, do your thing, please, and declare your actions.
Yes, I'll attack.
All right. Malf is going to attack. Don Drexel is just going to watch amusedly, and Winulf is going to attack. So let's go ahead and roll initiative. I don't remember whose turn it was, actually. I think Kevin rolled last, was it?
Sounds right.
All right. Roll initiative for us, Mark.
Sure.
Adieu. A 4. Okay. So this one is going to be on Derek. 13 will not hit you because that becomes a 12, becomes an 11 because of bless and prot from evil. And that 5 is absolutely going to miss. Malf, gentlemen, counterattack.
All right,
There you
that's
go.
better.
There you go. That is a hit.
Ah, 3.
All right, he's still alive. 9,
Well,
10.
10, 11.
All right, that will hit.
And okay, so 5.
5, not bad. All right, show him how it's done, Winolf. That's
hits.
a 14. That is absolutely a hit.
8 points of damage.
8 points of damage. He hated that.
He's free to do so.
All right. As Tritherion would want it.
Yes. Do whatever you want. You don't like that? Fine. Don't like it.
You're free to not like it. You're absolutely free to not like it. Okay, then. The gnolls are looking sweaty. Their guts spilling out like mom's spaghetti.
Ugh.
But they're staying in the fight. And then let's roll some initiative, please. And now we are back around to you, Dooms. 2, 4. This one on Durek. 15, 14, 13 in your armor class 2 or 3?
0.
0. Okay, 0. Well, 13 is gonna miss you by a mile. And it becomes a 10, so that is not going to hit. Is not going to hit Mel. Wait a second.
You're subtracting 1 for bless, but that's not.
No, that is not right. That is not right. It still would have missed.
Yeah.
But I was like, wait a minute. No, bless just helps. It doesn't. Chant and
helps
prayer.
us.
Yeah,
if he had cursed, he would have cursed them.
Right. Okay. So they missed. Gentlemen, let's see some counterattacks.
I just realized I was on mute. Yeah, I thought about taking curse instead of bless, but I figured you all would rather want the cure light wounds.
Yeah. Holder seems like too nice of a guy to curse people.
Well, I'm a militant pacifist. So I won't get my hands bloody. I'm happy to help other people.
That's fair.
But
9.
All right, that dispatches another one.
I don't think a 10 hits, does it?
A 10. That is just gonna miss.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
That will not hit.
And that will not hit. Okay, so there are 2 left. Okay, in the new round, I'm guessing it's all going to be the same, right?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's roll initiative, and I think we are 2D and disability for that.
Yep, and Holdor gets a 2.
All right, Holder gets a 2. They drop their weapons and turn to flee. They are flat out fleeing the battle. You may strike at them at +4 in addition to any other bonuses.
I like
Dooms,
that.
you want to go first?
That's
11. That is sufficient to hit.
Well, it ended up being a 13 because of bless and
Right.
plus on weapon.
Yeah. So I'm seeing hits.
I did 4 points.
You did 4 points. Okay, and the next one.
Up 2.
2. That's okay. And that is a hit.
Total. Yep. And 8 points.
You broke him. Okay, so one of them flees screaming, and he is beating feet back up the hallway as fast as inhumanly possible.
Can we chase him?
You certainly may. You're gonna have to roll initiative for pursuit. He basically spent
We lost the initiative though, right?
Yes. If you wish to pursue him, you're familiar with this place. Let's see.
Winolf isn't.
All right,
Follow
let's
me.
see.
And Winolf's speed is 6 inches, so he's probably not
Eh,
chasing anybody.
Oh,
He'll end up like going, I'll catch up to you guys.
Makes you feel better. I'm about in that same boat.
Yeah.
So.
When I'm used to either playing characters without strength or fighters with good strength. I've got a fighter with okay strength, so I'm less like, oh crap, he's moving slow. Oh well.
I have a 9. Yep.
all right, so let's see. The pursuit are faster than they are definitely. It is definitely faster. He's out of sight.
yeah. If he's out of sight, there's no point in me following him.
Yeah. He literally just like sprints away. You slash his back, and he is.
Winolf would chase him like 20 feet or something down to the next corner.
Yeah, you don't.
But then realize, oh, he's gotten away. Never.
Yeah, he is. He has escaped. So, and I did this. It doesn't greatly matter. This is one of the I hate about this setup in Dwarven Forge. So basically, all of your foes here, they didn't come from the direction where you see the 2 purple dice. They actually came from the north down that funky split hallway. Like you guys came in the room, you fought the 6, and then they came down the hallway to the north, not from that direction. So it kind of doesn't matter. But anyway, looking to the north, Winolf, you see this is a padded corridor that is that is I say padded, it's curtained and carpeted.
Wasn't this fancy?
No, because the curtains are blue, but they're grubby with soot and dust and everything else, and the carpet is beaten flat and kind of nasty also.
Hey, so Durek, which way do we go?
We continue to the north.
Well, let's go.
All right, so you proceed to the north. Nothing seems to want to jump out at you. You come to a corner. You can only go to the left, and this follows through the map that you guys had. Again, it's Grimsby's map. So, you go to the left. You can clearly see from the shining of magic weapons, whatever other light sources you guys have got, that the corridor goes 30 feet and then turns south. Immediately on the left, as you round the corner, there's a door leading into a like a 25 by 30 chamber that previously had been let me see.
Was that where that boss was or whatever?
That particular one, I'm looking it up now. That room was filled with open barrels, old leather chests, and pieces of board and twine. There's a small fireplace in the room, if you recall, but there was nothing that you had that you had found in that room of interest.
Right. We'll continue down the hallway. I think
All right.
There's another door on the left or something, but
That is correct. And just so we're clear, you're unless you tell me, you're not stopping to explore anything, correct?
right.
All right. My mistake. There is not a door on the left, but you do come to the point where you believe Grimsby tripped, or rather, Grimsby was caught on a wire and fell. However, you're not sure if the wire's still there, but there are two boards laid across the floor in the middle of the hall.
This must be how the gnolls crossed. They're heavier than us. If it's good enough for them, it's good enough for us.
After you.
Very well. I'll carefully cross on one of the boards.
Okay, they creak a little bit, but you're absolutely safe to get over.
Yep. Winelf follows.
Okay. You all follow in good order, I'm guessing?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, so 20 feet beyond that, the hall turns back to the left, and there's a door on your left that opens into a storeroom, which again, you guys had previously mapped. That was the other room in this kind of central section. Again, nothing of interest here. Don Drexel does make a note that there's a lot of, now that you're out to stone and plaster walls, there's a lot of fresh carvings in the walls in the crude language of gnolls. Just graffiti that chaotic types would usually leave. So the hallway steps a little to the east, goes south 40 feet, steps to the east again, turns south and runs 30 feet. And at the 20-foot mark on your left, there is a door. What you remember from this is that this led to a cistern room, an underground well. This is where you had actually encountered Lady Morwen, what seems like a lifetime ago, Durek.
Yeah, for sure. I forgot we had gone so deep into the place too.
Yeah.
Yep.
And on, if you continue south, to the right, there's a 30-foot section of hall and a closed door.
Well, my friend Winelf,
Let's open this
you
door.
look mighty of Thu.
Let's open this door.
Okay.
Bonk. Two. Bonk.
All right. Winolf,
Yes.
you pull the door open. This is kind of an odd chamber. It's about 30 feet broad. You have come in the lower left-hand corner of the room. It extends perhaps 70 or 80 feet to the west. The room is tiered as all the way up to the walls with rows of what can only be described as benches of stone. And there's sort of a deep trench, for lack of a better word, in the middle of the room, about 10 feet wide and perhaps 5 feet deep. So if you walked into that, your head would probably just be at the height of the first bench to the north or the south. And then they're tiered up the walls on either. But what's more interesting about this room are the odd decorations. There are potted ivies at the base of 4 pillars, 2 of which are very close to you, and they've been strung around, sort of hung up to grow. There are lights illuminating the room down on this end. There's a lot of interesting statuary here. People sitting, people standing, some of them holding their hands up like this. Just to go by, there's a dwarf, a halfling. All of them seem to be in tattered clothes, like slaves, like maybe some carved statues of slaves.
Are these very lifelike statues, DM?
Interesting. Yes, they're exquisitely well cut from stone.
Can I count the moles and wrinkles in their foreheads?
Looking at them, they seem to have almost that degree of detail. And standing between the two pillars is a rather lifelike statue of a gnoll. It is very lifelike. In fact, there's a cut diagonally across the middle of its back as if it was struck while fleeing. But again, this is just all very well done statuary. And yeah, this seems to be some kind of broad artistic gallery. In the far end of it, which is not illuminated, it's in a bit of shadows. You hear a melodious voice call out, "Just a moment, I'll be right with you."
The moment I see that person come forward, I'm going to cast Continual Light.
Don Drexel, do you have nothing?
Winelf's like, do we have to go in there?
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you hear this voice call out in the far end of the room, and the whisk of slippered feet, sort of. You can just catch in the shadows a slender, shapely form beginning to approach towards you. And since we're down a couple of players, that's where we're going to go ahead and end it tonight, because boy howdy have we got some stuff coming for next week. So we'll end on a cliffhanger. I want to thank everyone for being here. Hey,
whatever could that creature be?
Whatever
Who
could
knows?
that creature be?
I'm holding to that declaration, Bill.
That's fine. No, that's fine. You can make a note to me there. Personally, if I had to wager a guess, audience, I would say this is probably a very talented stonecutter woman of great beauty who's been imprisoned here by the slavers and works on her art, and now you're here to rescue her. So perhaps consider rushing forward to give her big hugs and kisses.
She's going to have a very bad day.
All right. So thank you to my audience. Hey, thank Kyle. Thank you for the super. I really appreciate it. You are
welcome, Bill.
Thank you for that. Everybody, please do check out Being Disability here on YouTube. It is a fantastic channel. And unlike me, he doesn't run his mouth for like 2 hours straight. So you can actually watch his videos and enjoy them.
I finally got my mic set up fixed, by the way. So the way I sound now is pretty much the way I should sound.
I know, and it sounds great. It sounds great.
Thank you, Blue Yeti. I'll take it.
Yeah, Blue Yeti. I would still be. This was actually donated to the show. It's a pretty good proportional mic. But yeah, my Blue Yeti, good stuff. That's not an endorsement by Thank Kyle or me, by the way. That's not a paid placement. So thank you to our audience. Doomsword, hey, if you're listening to us on the interwebs out there, Kevin, I hope stay warm, brother. Get a hot chocolate or a coffee on the way home. And I will see you guys tomorrow night when we're going to be playing D&D again, but I am not going to be running it, thankfully. I actually get to play. So we're going to do that. And then Thursday, who knows what's going to happen Thursday night. And then Friday, we're back for the Gamma World reboot. I hope you guys are ready for that. So I appreciate you all being here tonight. Whether you watched us on YouTube, whether you watched us on Twitter, we had 255 people watching tonight. And I love you all for that. Thank you so much. And look, be good to each other, because if it's not a monster that can turn them into stone, it could be worse. It could be an owl bear. Peace. Good night. Love you all.
Have you seen my owl bear? Here's to all the weirdos everywhere in the woods and in in the air. Have you seen my owl bear? Should I shave off all my hair? Bobs are all around. Some live in tunnels underground. Some are fat, some are rich, some are sleeping in a ditch. Can you ride a crooked horse without a saddle way off course? Naked as a toad, all the way to Smoky Joe's. Have you seen the little creep driving fast in his little green Jeep? He smells like fish and brandy, but his rotten teeth look dandy. Take me to the show, I don't care if fast or slow. From action flicks to dancing dicks, just take me to the show.